You ever wonder what it is about cars that attracts so many people? I mean, just think about it. We have these huge events where people bring all kinds of cars from all around the world just so we can go look at them. Or you have families that get in these cars and drive to places so people can look at them. Or you also have people who spend every waking moment working or thinking about these things that have four wheels. They cash their checks, they spend their money, they buy parts, they go racing. What is it about cars that is so fascinating to people? I often ask myself this question because I'm one of those that is very fascinated or attracted to these automobiles. And I always wonder why. Why is it that we are so attracted to these things? I mean, for me, I think I know what it is, and then I end up proving myself wrong. Prime example of this would be when I was young, I thought I just wanted to go fast, right? I just wanted to create something that would go fast. I wanted a fast car. I wanted the thrill of the ride. But once I got that, it wasn't really what I was after all. So then I thought maybe it was the challenge of going fast. The challenge of making something fast. The knowledge, the work, and the process behind making something go fast. It wasn't about the ride itself, it was more about the process of getting there. And I think that actually fits me better, my personality better. I like challenges. So I think as a young man, I was attracted to automobiles. I was attracted to drag racing because of the challenge of creating something that was fast, or the challenge or the process of working through something to make it faster than somebody else. They had to do the same work, they had to go through the same process. It's like a combination of knowledge and work, and then the end result is to see if you put in more work and had more knowledge than the other guy that you were in the other lane against. Although as I get older, it's even less about that for me. It's more about the creation. It's more about creating something that never existed. Now, I don't know, this may not even be an automotive thing. It just may be more of an artistic thing for me. But what I notice is that anywhere you go in the world and somebody's into cars, whether it's imports or domestics or drag racing or road racing or whatever it is, everybody has their own reason for why they do it. I think that's the thing that's very intriguing to me, is that it's not just one thing. It's not about just the process of going fast like it is for me, or the act of going fast like it is for some. Everybody has their own reason for why they like automobiles. Now I'll tell you why I'm thinking about this. So recently I decided to sell the dually, the Fab Cab. And got a guy that's gonna buy it, gave me a down payment for it. It's gonna come pick it up next week. And I was cleaning it up and driving it around. I'm like, man, I really like this thing. I really want to keep it. I really don't want to get rid of this truck. I mean, I really like it. But the reality of the situation is it just sits in here in the shop. I never use it. I've got the new truck. So like if I'm gonna go somewhere, I get in that thing and go. And it just sits. And it gets neglected like so many other of my projects. But for some reason, the non-rational part of my psyche wants to keep this vehicle just to have it. Now, is it just a materialistic thing? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those deals where you always want something and then when you get it, you just want to hang on to it even if you don't use it. The rational side of my brain's like, it just sits here, you need to get rid of it. You could use the space, it's one less project. I think the rational part of me also realizes that I've got so much going on and I don't have enough time to make everything the way that I want it. So for instance, the dually, it's a great truck. I love driving it. It looks good. But in my mind, I want that thing to be 3 levels above what it is, right? And I kind of know that I don't have the time to dedicate to that project to make it those 3 levels above. And so maybe that's kind of why I decide to get rid of things like the dually. I've done it before in the past, and I always regret getting rid of them. I always kind of wonder why that is. Why does the rational side say, hey, Kyle, you don't have enough time to work on these vehicles to make them exactly the way you want? And you're probably not going to enjoy them to the fullest extent until they're like the way that you want. And so, that being the case, you might as well get rid of it. But then there's another side of me that's like, man, I just like it. Wish I could keep it. I mean, I guess I could. But does it make sense to keep it? So I guess my question to you guys is, why is it? Why is it that we're so fascinated by these things with 4 wheels, or 2 wheels, for that case? I know everybody's answer is going to be different. Put it down below. Put a comment in the comment section. What is it that drives you? I know most of you guys are like driven just like I am. You're waiting for that next paycheck so you can buy that part, or all you can do is think about the stuff that you want to work on while you're laying in the bed. So tell me what it is that drives you. What it is that is so fascinating to you about these vehicles. It has always intrigued me. I mean, it doesn't matter where you go in the world. The one common thing is that you will find car guys and girls that are 100% fascinated. They are driven to mess with these things, to modify them, to drive them, whatever it is. That's all I got for you. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Go do work, son.